SCV, the moose, and the CANDYMAN. Like a freight train rolling, bringing truth bombs down the line. Promoting the Southland 1 week at a time. Promoting the Southland 1 week at a time. SCV chat starts now.
Moose, put Vinny in timeout. Starting off with that, now continuing on, the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily those of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. It's a brand new GEC. Any division, brigades, camps, or other subsidiaries, strictly those of us who are expressing them. Veganism will not be tolerated. And Faversham, everybody.
Faversham.
Well, we are back on a Tuesday after a wonderful week in Matt's home state of Georgia. I'm so glad to be back in the Central Standard Time Zone that I don't know what to do with myself.
I feel that.
That hour ahead stuff was rough. But you know what? We're gonna have to do it again in 2 years.
Charleston, man. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of looking forward to Charleston. I ain't been there in a while.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one because that was the year that
Linda's in the chat. Linda's in the chat.
Are we sure that's Miss Linda, or is that Paul commenting as Miss Linda?
I'm gonna guess it's Miss Linda.
Well, in that case, that is the best news. It is because here we have Paul right here, and then we have Miss Linda. Hello, Miss Linda. Welcome. I'm so glad to see your name popping up on our screen. Oh, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. I don't know if Moose put the picture up or not. I kind of took a nap after the WORK. No, he doesn't have the picture of all of us together with our new. You can actually see mine hanging above my shoulder. But our new SCV chat banner flags. So glad to see Miss Linda, and thank you for that. And I'm just so glad to see you back on.
Yeah, I was absolutely humbled by that gift. It meant the world to me. I have it in my bedroom right now, and I just didn't have any of the little hooks to hang it up yet, so I got to go get some of those tomorrow.
Why does he continue to do this?
I don't know. What is he doing?
He's trying to upload something, and he brings his phone up, and he's just moosing around.
Well, we've been at this for 2 years, and we still have the same technical difficulties.
Well, I think it's moose difficulties.
He is difficult.
He is very difficult, especially at 3 a.m. in the morning. And he's done kicked Matt off.
Wow.
He has a button
I can
too.
put myself back on, right, Moose? Okay. I still have I know I haven't been here in a long time, but I still have the password.
There it is. There's our picture. There's Moose with his unironed shirt, and Matt and me with our SCV chat. What?
You're not looking at. I don't know why you're commenting my unironed shirt.
That's because I was looking at another person taking the picture.
Yeah, there were like 4 people taking pictures right there.
Right. So, it's all, hey, look over here.
Tag them.
But,
SCV paparazzi, man.
But anyway, I was like Matt. I was very, very humbled and honored about receiving that. And thank you, Miss Linda. Going through the chat, I see that Sarah Neal Powell's on. Miss Sarah, that's of course the real editor in chief. Um, I was very. We'll get into that. Army of Tennessee Commander for his second term, Jimmy Hill's in the chat.
Congrats,
Seeing
sir.
cousin Jimmy, of course, we need to put him in timeout. Carl Faversham, Daryl Ross, Jerry Dupree from my camp, Victor Smith, we missed you. Oh, and there's Frank B. Powell. We'll
Editor in
talk about
chief.
what happened. We'll talk about what happened to Frank. You missed Frank's what happened to him at Oratory this year, Matt.
I know.
Um,
Frank, I will have your article to you tomorrow by closing time. Okay, good. Go ahead now.
okay, all right. Ricky Pritchett, it was good seeing you at Reunion. Chuck Mack, it was always great seeing you. I don't know so much about James Turner because he doesn't watch. John McLeese, great seeing you at Reunion. Samuel, Dr. Mitchell, we missed you. Everybody else who I'm missing, just, y'all, if you didn't come, you missed a wonderful time. Really quickly, as far as, we were praying for Miss Linda, but also, I don't know if any of y'all have seen it. I'm not going to go into it. I mean, he's posted it on Facebook himself. And if you're friends with him, you've probably seen his post. But y'all, one of our first guests we brought on the show was Matthew Evans. He's going through some stuff right now, and just y'all keep him in your prayers. Just keep him and his family in your prayers right now. Anyway, well, hold on. I'm trying to pull up so we can pay our bills here. Something really quickly on the computer end. That 75 cents is not.
No, don't do it. Please, no. It's been the bullying. Can we have one night off?
Harrison, the man paid us to do this. Oh, and Lieutenant Commander in Chief Jason Boshears. And I don't know if y'all saw this, but Thomas Franklin did get to meet J-Bo. The day that he met J-Bo, he came into the outside smoking area, and gave him a can of Vienna sausages, and I was surprised he gave Larry one too. And Jason wanted me to catch him so he could take a picture with him, and he was able to track him down. But when I said, "Hey, Jason and Larry want to get a picture of with you," he began saying no. No, 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 and ran off. It was quite disturbing. But I saw where he posted on Facebook earlier today that tonight he will actually be having his campaign rally Vienna sausage buffet.
Well,
I didn't have the heart to tell him he's a little bit late.
A lot of other people do. He has made a. If I'm not mistaken, let me see if I can find it real quick. All right, I'm on his Facebook page. He said, "Well, I was just told the election for CIC was held Saturday. That's my bad. I was told by one of our Canadian members that it would be held after the reunion. So first, sorry about my last post. The fundraiser to raise money for Jason Boshears' campaign for Commander-in-Chief has been canceled. I'm new to this organization, so I don't understand it well yet. Congrats to Jason Boshears for winning Commander-in-Chief. At least I got this good picture with you. And since I rented out my hotel room for an additional week, I'm going to enjoy my vacation up here and eat sausages to save money."
Well, at least he's being frugal. I can't wait to see what he does. I can't wait to see what he does next year to raise money for the museum.
He, at least he's looking at it well. I feel bad because I don't know how much money he pulls in. He is if I'm not mistaken, via his Facebook page. I don't know how much money that draws in for him, but you got to know.
So what?
He's an inventor.
Inventor.
Yeah,
All
He
right.
invented.
now let me see. He's before. Let me say. Let me see if I can find which is that he invented that made him a good bit of money from, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so apparently, okay, so he invented a mole trap that neither harms or even retains the mole. The only thing is, sometimes you can't even tell if you caught a mole in one.
Moose, you may need a pop refresh, buddy.
Yeah,
What'd
buddy.
you say?
You may need a pop refresh. You're coming
You're
coming in
coming in
kind of
broken and
garbled.
stupid. All right. Well, I'm here by myself. GCB's dark.
Oh,
So
I'm here. I'm here. I was trying to find the logo for 1175 firearms because we're going to go ahead and pay our bill really quickly.
No.
So 1175 firearms is Carl Jones's tactical firearm training company in Coleman County, Alabama. He has paid us to do a weekly news fact, which we didn't do last week because we doubled up the week before. So this week's moose fact is one of moose predators is the killer whale. Because moose rely on aquatic vegetation as well, they are often near water in the northern hemisphere, meaning they can swim in the ocean water and dive for food sources. Because of this, bears and wolves aren't their only predator. In fact, there have been several reports from witnesses and scientists that have seen wild orcas often attacking and feeding on both deer and moose.
I did not know that.
Because knowledge is power.
Dude, Vinny, killer whales, their name is killer whale. They're not normally harmless. They're named killer whales. Have you ever seen what they do to what do you call them things that swim in the ocean? Seals.
They also attack trainers at SeaWorld.
That's right. Yeah, they've killed a few.
I bet that's why they're not called ocean ponies.
Vinny's also the guy. Vinny's also the guy that's like, "Ooh, a black bear. We should probably pet this." It's like Yogi.
You can
Humans
pet black
can
bears.
live there usually with no issues. Yeah, until they get hungry.
Anyway,
The proper name is
so
killer whale. Orca is a stupid name.
so we've had a fun time with the news facts. Um,
That was well worth the 75 cents.
I don't know
Thomas
his name,
thinks
but the
so.
Canadian member told me about reunion was the son of Harold Philpott. Well, that's nice.
Did
Harold
Harold Philpott show
strict your
up? I
brother.
did not see him.
I didn't see
He
him.
wasn't in that reunion.
He may have been there. He may have just been on a Pop Tart break. All right. Well, we paid our bills for now, and now we can talk about the reunion. The good, the bad, and the moose.
Yeah, so let's talk about the reunion.
It appears the moose is frozen. I'm loving this so much. 1420. I'm so happy that he is frozen because he used to give me so much crap about being frozen all those years ago.
Did you?
You can be frozen. Take that, moose.
I mean some candy.
Well, CANDYMAN. So as Frank Powell says, it was a great reunion. I had a blast. It was very well put on. My hat's off to Tim Pilgrim in the Georgia division Tim Pilgrim and the two camps, the rest of the Georgia division that put it on. It was a fantastic, well ran machine.
It really was well done.
I had a blast. We'll get into officer elections in a little bit. So Wednesday, I got there at 2 a.m. on Wednesday morning because of work. I didn't get to leave Jackson until I wanted or like I planned to. I got there, checked in, went to bed, woke up, met up with Moose and Forrest, had lunch at John Boy's Country Cooking Cafe or buffet. No, they're not paying us to mention them, but they were really good, really great wait staff. And then went to the pre-GEC meeting. During the pre-GEC meeting, if you've never attended a pre-GEC meeting, you're missing out on a lot of good information for the good of the organization. There was talk about some potential lawsuit dealing with not us, filing suit, but a person who's not a member of the organization ended up losing her job over having flied a battle flag in front of her yard. And they were giving us an update on that, which is very I was very interested in because that person was a state or government employee, and there was a case back in a couple years ago in Memphis that something like that happened to an actual compatriot up there, and the person won his case and got his job back. But anyway, we went to supper with Kenny Ramsey. If you're following our Instagram page or my Instagram page, I'm sure y'all saw that picture. Thursday, I will freely admit that I overslept opening ceremonies. I had a late night due to circumstances beyond my control. I'll leave it at that and not get into my disgruntledness about it. But luckily, Moose was there and he broadcasted most of the opening ceremonies. Thursday, we did the executive director report, the chief of heritage operations report, adopted our budget, which went relatively smoothly, all things considered, the past couple of years. Trying to think, museum report from Army Commander Jimmy Hill, and loving the progress note that we got on that. If you're wanting to get that same progress note, watch our Wednesday night recap episode. And Jimmy gave a lot of information, some of the same information he passed on that following morning. What am I missing from Thursday, Moose? Besides you almost falling asleep.
I was not falling asleep. I did not fall asleep. Almost falling asleep is not.
Well, the picture I received from Adam Southern showed otherwise.
My eyes weren't closed. I was staring at someone. See, I would rather not get into that facial expression.
It was not a nice facial expression. Corey, we're doing a full recap. We're going to be bringing up all that information. So just be patient and work with us. We've got several days worth of reunion recap we've got to do. Moose is frozen again. That's part of the course for tonight.
Isn't it usually like you that's frozen or me that's frozen? It's never him.
Yeah, usually it's me, and this is karma. This is the universe bringing forward justice. So there were other reports and things like that were given. Some adopting standing minute or adopting the minutes, standing rules of order, opening ceremonies. I can't remember who else gave reports off the top of my head. I'm sure I've got it written down in my notes somewhere. Then we go into Friday's business session. And Friday's business session was dedicated to constitutional amendments. And the debate, presentation of donations. Thank you, Chuck Mack. So Friday, though, was constitutional amendments, which is always fun. Heavily sarcasm in my voice. we handled that though as gentlemen. Each side was able to present their cases for the amendments, and we were able to handle them well. Only out of all the amendments proposed, only one of them had to go to a ballot. On Saturday. Saturday we had the.
Saturday, compared to other reunions past, was about as smooth sailing as I think we can actually be at some points.
Well, Friday for sure. I wasn't in the meeting on Saturday. I was part of the tellers committee, but we'll get into that in a second as well.
Well, I mean, you gotta. I think the past 4 years that we've gone through these things, you gotta remember there was a lot of change 4 years ago. At executive director of the museum, now stuff's finally starting to calm down a little bit, and it's easier to have a discussion in these meetings now.
Yeah, a discussion instead of an argument.
Yes.
Which is really really great. That's a great sign for the organization, to say the least. Friday, we also Moose and I gave our report on SCV chat, talking about the numbers and the growth we've had in the past year, which would not have been possible without you chat heads. We thank you for that, and we actually got some donations in to help out with things. Hopefully, we can save up enough and actually get Moose a new computer.
I think it's more the Wi-Fi than my computer at this rate.
I think it's the computer. Anyway, you need a new one anyway, and I need a new one anyway. We're going to talk to somebody who builds computers for fun, who built Matt's computer, and hopefully get some stuff taken care of. Let me see. Saturday we went into the Army meetings. I don't know what happened in the Army of Trans-Mississippi or the Army of Northern Virginia, but I will say that in the Army of Tennessee, it was a very productive meeting. We were able to ask questions of the candidates when they came in. We were able to conduct the elections very easily, and we were able to move through it at a rather aggressive pace. Then we had the actual business meeting. I'll let Moose talk about that because he was inside the business meeting on Saturday. Like I said, I was part of the tellers committee dealing with the constitutional amendment that went to a ballot.
Again, Saturday, a good couple reports were given. Donations to the museum, new artifacts, and of course the election of our CIC and our lieutenant CIC. Saturday went by pretty smoothly. Again, probably the smoothest reunion in my recollection. Things went by very nice. There was a little bit of debate at one point and an argument, but it was because we were doing our standing rules.
We'd already adopted those. We were doing the resolutions.
What'd you say?
You mean the changes to the standing orders?
Yes.
Standing orders is a governing document. The standing rules is how we govern the
convention. But yeah, it was pretty nice and calm. And Frank Powell did a good job whipping us all into shape. He's our parliamentarian. And so it was very nice and respectful, which, of course, I like to see. Other than Jason doing his best George Washington, I can't think else.
So as far as new officers on the GEC, or the elected officers on the GEC goes, Jason Bashir's won Commander-in-Chief. Walter D. Donnie Kennedy won Lieutenant Commander-in-Chief. And God be with them, and Godspeed to them over the next 2 years of their term in office.
Yep.
From the Army of Northern Virginia, Kevin Stone was reelected as commander. Kenny Ramsey, who you've seen on the chat before, was elected as Army councilman. In the Army of Tennessee, Jimmy Hill and Carl Jones were both reelected to their positions. Jimmy Hill commander and Carl Jones as councilman. Then in the Army of Trans-Mississippi, just like Charles Ray put it, we had, I did not seem so calm from the podium. We were calm, relatively calm. Anyway, he put, anyway, the Army of Trans-Mississippi, J.C. Hanna was reelected as commander, and my cousin Charles Ray was elected as Army councilman. So that was very good. Looking forward to working with this GEC, trying to spread the news of the SCV as much as we can, when we can, where we can, here in SCV chat. Paul Gramling won past commander in chief, which was great. Well, anyway, Larry McClooney won past commander in chief, and Kelly Barrow, past commander in chief Kelly Barrow, actually rolled off the council. For those that are not that familiar, we have our immediate past 3 commander-in-chiefs. They have a seat on the General Executive Council, and they roll off at the end of the term of the sitting commander-in-chief. So right now, the GEC has Paul, Tom Strain, and Larry McClooney as past commander-in-chiefs. The commander-in-chief is currently filling his staff positions right now. Some of them have been announced, like Ron Kennedy is as chairman of Heritage Ops. Forstall is historian in chief. I'm not sure who is going to be chaplain in chief. I know that I think that Daryl Maple is staying on his chief of staff. Gary Carlisle is the new chaplain chief. Okay, good deal. Let me see. Is Scott staying on as JAG, I'm assuming?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Scott Hall's a superb lawyer and divinely blessed because we learned last year he can walk between 4 lanes of busy New Orleans literally traffic, and I can get back to work.
Carrying a McDonald's meal.
He was carrying just his Diet Coke, which was more impressive. And Daryl Maple is chief.
Daryl Maple staying chief of staff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Daryl was he was Larry's chief of staff, and before that he served the Army of Trans-Mississippi. So Daryl's got good experience. That is a good solid block of GEC.
This one here seems like a really good locked in GEC right now.
I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
Then there was the banquet and ball. Now, I did not attend the banquet and ball this year. It was Susie's birthday, my sister. So we went on a little birthday excursion to Stone Mountain. I had jokingly said, "Why do I want to go to Stone Mountain? I've seen Matt's bicep. It's the same thing." Matt, your bicep has nothing on Stone Mountain.
Right, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's amazing.
It really is. When I finally got to the closed off Mississippi section, which was where I took most of my pictures from, I'm standing out there and I'm looking at it, and just the pure, the magnitude of it was great. And of course, Idiot Yankee family is walking past me, and one of them goes, "Why is Abraham Lincoln up there?" And I said, "No, ma'am, that is not Abraham Lincoln. That is Jefferson Davis, president and only president of the Confederacy. Born, raised, and died in Mississippi, Secretary of War." And just went off on a biography of Jeff Davis on him in normal Connor fashion. And then they're like, "Oh, thank you." And then I hiked back up the hill. Our past president, Donald J. Trump, won the Stephen D. Lee Award. I can't remember what the criteria for that is. I think it's for the non-member of SCV who has done the most for our heritage in the past year. Mike McMurray, Alabama Division Commander, won the Robert E. Lee Award. Florida Division Commander Calvin Hart won the Robert E. Lee Award. And Ed Butler, past Tennessee Division Commander, won the Robert E. Lee Award. Past Chaplain in Chief Herman White won the Jeff Davis Chalice. Love me
That was
some
awesome.
Herman. He was born in Kentucky.
Yeah,
I get
but
one
Mississippi.
fact wrong. He's here for most of his life. Well, actually, he was in D.C. for most of his life. But anyway, we claim him. He's ours.
I'm about to say we claim Davis.
Everything was fine until he
Everybody
went
is.
to Louisiana. Everybody is. I know. Kentucky. But I'll say this: everything was fine until he went to Louisiana, and then he died. Chuck.
I'd say more like when he went to Georgia.
As soon as he stepped
Um,
out of the air, he passed in New Orleans. So can we blame
Anyway,
Louisiana?
congratulations to the guys that won the awards. Some are more than deserving. Others are just a stunt, and I'll leave it at that.
Anyway, so we had a lot of fun uh, with the reunion. Oratory was a lot of fun. Candyman and Adam and the rest of the headquarters staff actually went to take in a Braves game. Did they win?
8-1.
Hey, look at that! Just think, if they had saved a couple of those runs, they could have won the next game.
They did win the next game. They lost the third game.
Yeah, they could have won the third game, or yeah, whatever game they lost. Oratory contest this year was good, as it normally is. For those Monty Python fans, there was definitely some Monty Python there. Ministry of Silly Walks. Let me think. Robert Juleson, I do want to thank you for photographing everything from this weekend. You
Yeah.
and Kevin did a great job with that. It's really really appreciate y'all taking y'all's time to take pictures of everything and documenting it that way. Especially that wonderful picture of J-Bo at the Heritage Lunch. That made my convention. I'm thinking about putting that on a T-shirt. Yeah, there was a clown at the. Okay, let me go ahead and throw this little bit out there. I made the mistake of mentioning that I'm not the biggest clown fan in the world, and I'm second or third up there for the oratory, and third it was Kenny Ramsey. No, I'm second. Anyway, I get up there and I look out in the audience, and I'm talking about the SCV Chat National Reunion Cruise. And I look out there, and there's a guy in a clown mask. A clown mask. And it threw me off my game.
It's a little razzing this year.
Yeah. If it weren't for the fact that I didn't have my swim trunks on and I knew he'd have pulled me in, there would have been a friendly tossing of the clown man into the pool. How could I tell with that crowd, Chuck Mack? I'm standing up there, and everybody else looks like they're supposed to be there, and the other one's in a clown mask. Yeah, Steve. Mm-hmm. Yep, Steve. I see you commenting now that we've mentioned the clown mask incident. No, it was not a Brandon mask. Although I do have a Bernie Sanders mask. Trying to think of anything that I have missed from my memory. Excuse me, memory. That was at the headquarters headquarters booth doing his merchandising. Bill missed a lot of great new merchandise that we did want to mention on the show previously, but we'll talk about now because it's had a chance to debut at National Reunion. And two new T-shirts, right, Matt?
Yeah, two new T-shirts, life member cufflinks, regular member cufflinks, and a new decanter set for life members. I got some. This year was. I'll be honest with you. This year was a real learning curve for me. All right. I took a lot of guys came in, told me what they would like to see. I listened to the membership to see where I needed to take the store. So next year, I promise you, when we're in Arkansas, there'll be a whole uh, new stuff to buy for sure. So that's all I'll say. But I knew where y'all want me to go, so I got it. I saw what y'all wanted. Y'all told me, so I got it.
You've done a great job, Matt. I mean, I'm definitely loving the cufflink, everything else you're doing, because I mean that's a hard job, man. Considering
Eric Pravetti actually did all the stuff for the cufflinks. That was his idea. I can't take credit for that. That was a great idea, and it's selling really well. But so that's the thing. At headquarters, we're such a small staff. We bounce ideas off of each other and listen to each other, and everybody's in on it up there. We try to just be one office right now. So it's rough running the museum. I mean, guys covered for us all week while we were gone. I can't say enough about Phil and Rick. Those guys that are there. They're doing an amazing job. And they kept the museum open all week while we were down in Reunion. Listen, guys, I got back. There were 46 orders on my computer this morning when I got back. Usually don't have that much, but during Christmas. So Jill and I are trying to straighten out the stock room, put all the stuff back on the shelves where it goes. And then we're also trying to do an inventory this week. So just bear with us. It's the end of the fiscal year. So we have to do inventory, and they have to do, it's whatever. I've been counting, and my head's been wrapped around all sorts of stuff today. So trying to get back in the swing of things, Jill and I. So
And barring everybody's fingers and toes.
yeah.
I would like to say I am really glad, as a life member, I'm really glad that there's more life member items coming out. I'm proud of being a life member, proud of having paid off my life membership, unlike some people. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm glad to see that, especially because there are, from what I'm seeing, more and more life members getting in. So I'm really glad to see more life member merchandise. One thing that I did suggest is a new pair of SCV underwear, with a picture of Bill Sherman or Grant or Lincoln, prominently placed somewhere on there, and you can use your imagination to see where it goes.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to source those to get them made. Listen, I'm sure there's an internet company out there that does it. So,
This to print.
yeah, you can print anything on anything.
yeah,
No, that's a joke. But next year we are headed to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yes.
It will be a fun time. I've got to reserve my rooms this week. Last time I checked, you could not reserve rooms online. You had to call in. Doug, kind of. But it's, I think the host hotel is the Arlington House Hotel, which you can have the mineral room, the scuba room, or the normal room. Carl suggests the scuba room. Waiting for everybody to catch that. Oh, Carl, you'll get a kick out of this. So when we pulled up to Stone Mountain, the poor little old minimum wage paid girl standing out there selling parking passes. We pull up and we look at her because we've been saying it to everybody else all weekend. We inadvertently look at her and greet her with Faversham, and her eyes got about as big around as this snuff can, not understanding what we had just said to her. So yeah, it was that.
I accidentally said it to my when I walked by him.
Oh, I said it to everybody, Faversham. That is correct. I tried again to reserve our room online last night. Wasn't able to. However, I called and they took care of it with no problem. Thank you, Forrest. Faversham.
Hey, man, this is a fancy hotel, man. Fancy.
Are they going to let us
Very.
in?
Yeah, Al
No.
Capone stayed there.
I mean, they may let the rest of the Confederation in, but when they hear about the SCV chat boys coming,
Also, I have a great idea. It's supposed to be haunted, so next year you might get a Carl Jones, Matt Singleton haunted exploration of the Arlington Hotel after we do Elm Springs, because I'm sure it'll be a hit.
no, Carl, your twin was at the #2 China buffet at Meridian. This is another funny thing that happened. We stopped in Meridian once we crossed into Mississippi, and we're eating at this Chinese buffet. And a guy who walks in, he's dressed like how Carl normally dressed. He's Carl's height, Carl's build. He's not wearing a Marine Corps ball cap, but he's wearing a ball cap. Looks like him in the face. I go up to him and I say Faversham to him. He looks back at me, and this is how I knew it wasn't Carl 100%. He goes, Faversham! In a high pitched voice. He Faversham me back.
Oh gosh.
It ain't haunted, haha. The crescent at Eureka Springs is though. Do not go into Eureka Springs.
I'm just thinking about how for 2 years we've been doing
Kevin, it's called Colored Medallion. Colored Medallion. It can be found in the logo merchandise stuff.
That's the link for 3. Anyway, that's the link for next year's website. So the other great thing about National Reunion means it's our anniversary.
I don't have any confetti.
Right. That means we've been at it for 3 years.
I thought it was 2.
Going on 3 years. And that's enough celebratory music right there.
Oh gosh, how have we stayed on the air for 2 years?
Through the wonderful support and love of our chat heads who message us and keep us going.
Yes, thank y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, all 3 of us would have blown up this at times with a bazooka.
Yeah, Chuck Mack says that is why it runs so smooth now.
What does?
This is smooth?
It's smoother than season 1, I guess.
Anything was smoother than season 1. So, yay, we're progressing. Maybe in 10 years we'll be worthy enough to be on the app and monetized.
An app? We're gonna be on an app. Oh, like yeah, like
like Blaze. Well, like Blaze TV.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Let's see.
And if anybody wants to donate us $1 million so that we can start developing that app, we're not going to take it. We're going to give it to the museum. Moose is frozen again.
Ha!
And now he's off the screen. So, I can't think of anything about unless it's what we got planning for the next year. Gonna try again to do another live episode like we did for the Battle of Franklin a couple years ago. Gonna try to get up there, except this year we want to try to bring in a noted guest from that area. Matt knows who I'm talking about. There's a park ranger at a national park who is friendly-ish, or as friendly as national parks can be, to our side of things, and would like to bring him on. We're still working on trying to get CSI done. We still got that in the works. It's just been a little hectic in our schedules.
Oh, and the Carl and Matt Ghost Hunt of Elm Springs.
And that too. And the documentary we've been talking on, Moose and I have decided that we're going to triple down our efforts on that and get that. We don't have a SCV chat logo hat. Oh, SCV logo hat, sorry. SCV.org shop. Oh, I do like the new colored alternate logo hat, Matt. I'm not a Marine fan, but really big hit.
Yeah. It seemed like it sold well. Maybe I'll do some more state colors. You
ought to do a houndstooth one.
I just can't do that. Do I really have to do one?
It would sell. McMurray would buy one.
I know. I might just make one just for McMurray. McMurray. You picking up what I'm putting down?
No. We'll talk about it off the screen.
Yeah.
Moose is actually doing the oratory next year. So there's that.
What does he keep taking himself off for? Is there something wrong with you? Do you have ADD?
Yes, Carl. The paranormal investigation does need to be pay-per-view. Moose wanted me to talk about our numbers for this past year before I have to hop off the screen myself. Gotta get back to WRK. Estimated between all of our social media, that's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, both my page and Harrison's page. We came in about 10,000 short of what we were looking for. But that's still 40,000 more than what we had last year. It looks like about 190, 195 reaches and posts and everything like that. We were shooting for 200,000, but you know what, guys? Said that through here. Sean, I'm confused about that. At the reunion, yeah. We were glad to plug Look Around Southwest Florida, and any other division that wants to start their own version of chat, or camp that wants to start their own version of chat, by all means, reach out to us. The more that we're out on the airways and on social media, the better. Anyway, our estimated audience on this program is 2.2 to 2.6 million. The only way that we're able to reach that number of folks is if you like the page, follow the page, and share our videos. Even if you're watching this at 10 p.m. Or 3 a.m. at the lobby of the hotel, if you see one of our videos, share it. That's the only way that we can boost our numbers. We would like to be able to reach that 2.2 to 2.6 million. We're also remember that we're on YouTube. So if somebody in your camp is not on Facebook, they can look us up on YouTube, and they can very easily same quality entertainment that y'all are getting.
Pitter patter.
Let's get at her. Oh, McMurray, I got it now. You said that. Hey, what about Commander in Chief Funko Pops?
Oh man, those would be great, wouldn't they?
It really would.
I would love to get like just a Funko Pop of some of our normal members. It would make great. Hey,
the Carl Jones
Tommy
Funko
Rhodes
Pop.
would make a great Funko Pop.
He really would. Love Tommy to death. Love Tommy to death.
Me too. Tommy's a good dude.
He is a class act. Moose, you frozen again? No, Carl. He's not frozen, but he's freezing.
Can you imagine a Carl Jones Funko Pop?
Or
No,
bobblehead.
I'm not frozen. Thomas Franklin said
Thomas
it's a
Franklin.
very steel that a mosquito won't bite you. And there's a mosquito in here.
What are you talking
See?
about? Okay.
He's rambling.
I don't know what's going on with him.
I don't know. Can you still hear me? My earpiece died.
I can still hear you.
Okay. Corey, a Funko Pop is a action figurine or figurine much like a bobblehead, except the head doesn't bobble, and it's in a cartoon-esque caricature. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because my Swirly Dan Funko Pop's about to be in. We need to make a spoof of Letterkenny.
Yep. This is SCV. We have 30,000 members. These are our problems. Ha! J-Bo!
There is an amazing picture of Jason next to my father that I'm going to share on the page after the stream.
Yeah, and also the make sure you share the Thomas Franklin endorsement ad, him being hungry for our heritage. I will say this about J-Bo. I love the fact, one thing I love about him is that he's a great sport. And during the oratory, when I was talking about the cruise, I said that there would be a limbo contest, and that Larry McClooney, Jason Boshears, Daryl Maples, and Kenny Ramsey wouldn't be able to participate in it because it wouldn't be fair to the tall guys like Paul Gramling and Forrest Dawes, whereas they would have to break their backs to go under the bar. Kenny and Jason and Larry and Daryl could just walk under it. And I think Jason laughed the loudest at that joke. Also, Jason, I'm going to try to upload this picture really quickly so everybody can see it. We have where I WORK at. We've got Comic-Con that comes every year, and Jason got him a shirt for from Comic-Con, and next time he's on chat, I really hope he wears it. Let me find it.
Well,
so they're uploading.
Okay, you go ahead then.
Oh my God. Y'all have no idea how hot it is in my garage right now. It's like a sauna in here. Ha!
He is still the mascot for the Army of Tennessee. But hey, there is a new mascot in chief for the organization.
I heard that.
Chief.
Hey, congrats, Chief.
And for those that missed him, that is
standing outside.
No, that's when he had delivered the Vienna sausages. Eric actually got to see him.
Yeah, he did. I need to show up. Yeah, you should do that. That would be good.
Yeah,
Corey.
do it. Trampoline. Bless his heart.
All right, guys. Well, I know Moose has his Moose Mania video that he wants to talk about. Don't know if it's ready or not. I don't know if we'll be able to show it because he's freezing. I've got.
I got dinner.
I'm in a weird position with that 4-letter word. I'm trying to balance stuff with, so I'm gonna have to go, and I'll let Moose and Matt close out the show. So I'll holler at you guys later. Thank you guys for two wonderful years of the SCV chat. Godspeed to the new elected officers and staff positions. We're only as strong as we can make this confederation, guys. If you're thinking of, that you can do something to help, every little bit helps. Start on the camp level, work your way up. The camp's the backbone of the entire organization. It's the lifeline. Remember, when you go out there and recruit, you also need to put in 100% effort for retaining. Retention of our membership is a 365-day job. The show will continue on, Kenny, but I'm just having to step off. Moose, don't run it into the ground.
Oh, that's the goal at this point.
You're playing this and we're done.
Oh yeah, more than likely.
I'm very hungry.
Remember to go tune in Confederation this Thursday and check out ACG Chat, our newest show. Make sure to email scvu@gmail.com, and your news stories will be featured in the upcoming episode of Look Around the Confederation. How we have done this for 2 years, I don't know. So I guess it's actually, I do know. It's because of y'all. If it wasn't for y'all's support, nice comments when we needed them, just the overall love you chat.
Yep, they get it. Play the movie. They get it. They understand.
All right, well, we're done for the night. So goodbye.
It seems that Moose is having Moose difficulties right now. Oh, it's coming. I can't hear any what do you call it? Can't hear any sound. Moose, can you hear the sound?
Hear anything?
No, I can't hear anything. Let me remove myself, see if I can hear it.
All right.
We have no music, but that's Kevin Withrell. He's always been a fan.
It's work now.
Yep, no sound.
Let's see if it works now, everybody.
Okay.
All right.
And one more again.
I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
Hey, Moose.
What?
Moose, let's try to get it on the Thursday night show.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching.